Hi, I'm Bob Alexander. I'm glad you found me. I'm known as the SAT and the ACT wizard, and I'm here to make you a better test taker. Hey, here's a really important tip about mean questions on SATs, ACTs, and even in your classroom. It's a shortcut. It's a great wizardly technique that can really raise your score and save you a bunch of time. It's something that in 20 years of helping students with SATs and ACTs, I've had one student say they understood this concept and they learned it from their dad, who was an engineer, and not from a classroom teacher. Let me tell you what it's all about. The arithmetic average, or the mean of a group of numbers, is literally the balancing point. It's just like a teeter-totter or a seesaw. Let me give you an example. If you had to average the numbers 2 and 6 and 7, you add those up and you get 15, don't you? Now, you divide by 3, the mean is 5. So let's really look and see what that 5 represents. It represents the balancing point. Look at the difference between 2 and 5. That's a total of 3, isn't it? So we have a deficit of 3 between 2 and 5. Now, what's the difference between 5 and 6? That's 1, so we have a surplus of 1. The difference between 5 and 7 gives us another surplus of 2. So we have a total surplus of 3. We have a deficit of 3. That means the balancing point has got to be at 5. Now, how does this come in handy on SAT and ACT day? Well, let me give you another example. It'd be more like you might see in your classrooms or on a test. The question would be, you're taking a course, let's say a history class, and the first test you get an 89, the next test you get an 88, the next test you get an 89, the next test you get an 87. You've got one more test to take this semester, and you want to get a 90 average. To get a 90 average, you get your A. So what's your total deficit? Your total deficit is to take all 4 of those original scores. You got an 89, you were 1 short. You got an 88, 2 more short. So now you're a total of 3 short. You get another 89. Now you're a total of 4 short. And then finally you get an 87 on the last test. So now that's another 3 short. So you've got a deficit of 7 points. All you need to do is to balance that with a surplus of 7. So on your final test, if you get a 97, you're automatically going to get an average of 90, which gets you that A. And that's going to raise your score, because this question shows up on the SAT quite frequently and on the ACT as well. It's a lot easier than doing all that hard work that your math teacher taught you. What you want to know is that, as a tip, the mean is the balancing point of an array of numbers. You don't have to figure out 89 plus 87 plus 88 plus another 89, add it all together, figure out what x has to be to add up to 450, which is what your math teacher did. Just balance it out. It's great. It works fast. I'm Bob Alexander, the SAT, ACT wizard. We've got lots more tips on the website. Go there. Good luck with your practice and watch your scores go up.